Welcome to the CBJ Sports Roundup. I'm your host Marcus, and I'm here with Sam. How are you, Sam?
I'm really well, mate.
We're going to go straight into it. With AFCON last night, not too much happened. Senegal beat Guinea 2-0, so that means they will go through. They went unbeaten, won 3 out of 3. Kiyate came on, didn't really do much, but see the game out. Niakate was an unused sub. Other than that, Ivory Coast's destiny could be decided today with other games that could happen. They're still in third spot with 3 points, and by tomorrow we will know if the 3 Forest players will be back or not. And next up, we've got a piece on niche sports that Sam has done. Sam?
Yeah, so we've spoken to Joel on. He's been out this week looking at niche sports, and we've got a little video for you right now. This week, sports reporter Joel has been investigating niche racket sports, and we are joined with him now to talk about what he's found throughout the week. Hello, Joel.
Hello, Sam.
What have you found out?
So this week I've gone to a squash club in Radford, I've gone to a pickleball club in Mapperley near Forest Rec, and I've also been down to Meadow Lane to see the paddle courts. So I went to squash and I spoke to a lady called Elaine Blake on how squash in October 2023 has been granted a spot in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. So how the fallout from more funding because they'd been rejected for 10 years. So they're getting funding again, so that's fantastic, and how it saved quite a few clubs like the one in Radford. This morning I went to pickleball. Pickleball's a tennis on a tennis court, but you use 1/3 of the court itself. And it was more for the elderly people, I think, and it's really inclusive for them. So that was great to talk to a lady called Rachel. So that's up at Mapperley every Wednesdays, 10:30 till 12. So that was great to find out about that sport. And then paddle was an interesting one. So we went down to Meadow Lane, got into a press box and had a quick interview, which was quite cool because I got to see the football pitch. And I spoke to a man called Martin, and it actually turns out that the paddle courts were commissioned by the chairman himself because he thought it's such a wonderful sport that it's growing in the UK that he wanted the players to have an alternative fitness option, and paddle was that. So yeah, there's paddle has grown, I think it's 72% since 2019 in the recent figures. So it's been a massive hit, pardon the pun, sorry. But no, I've had a really good week, so I'm just writing the stories now, and they'll be out for the Friday publication.
Fascinating stuff. Let's go back to the live stream. So there is much more to talk about. There have been lots of transfer rumours in the Nottinghamshire area. We'll start with Nottingham Forest. There is Gio Reyna. He's also in touch with Marseille over a loan, but he's in advanced talks with Nottingham Forest. Very talented player, but quite has problems with injuries, and we've heard he also has problems with his attitude. What do you think about that possible signing?
I think this could be, this is a George Mendes deal. George Mendes and Nuno Santo are very, very good friends. Santo was his first client, and I think that is where the connection has gone. I'm not 100% sure where he fits into this team, actually, because he kind of plays a similar style to Morgan Gibbs-White, create a lot of creating and, arriving into the box. But I think he's so talented. He's still quite young. And clearly, Nuno Santo is getting the best out of Elanga, who's also a young player, 21-year-old player. So I think it could end up being a good signing. But it depends on if he goes there or not. Can his attitude, really, can he apply himself in the Premier League? That is the real question. Next up is Carlos Borges, I think is pronounced. He was at in the City Academy, now at Ajax, but I think he could be loaned out. This is another loan. They did pursue him in the summer, actually, but ended up with Elanga. And I think he's going to fit the style a lot with the counter-attacking style, but I'm not sure which side he's going to go in, actually. And he can play up front, so maybe it could be a backup for Iwani, who is back next week, hopefully. And, there is some cancellations of loans, so these loans will be possible. Nuno Tavares, he could be off to Marseille. The Reyna deal could have an involvement with the Tavares deal, and Origi might get terminated as well. Next up, we've got a Mansfield report. Sam?
Yes, it was a poor night for Mansfield Town last night in their rearranged game after the frost against Sutton United. Everyone expected a Mansfield to do quite well in the game, but both sides took a point each. Sutton still struggling at the foot of the table. Mansfield did miss their opportunity to go very close, 1 point still in the top spot. Mansfield, as expected, had the lion's share of possession, but Sutton did go 1-0 up very early through Lee Angot in the 8th minute. After Brunt gave away the ball on the edge of the penalty area. However, he did get injured and had to come off in the 27th minute for Stephen McLaughlin. And 8 minutes later, he got the assist, a low cross into the box for George Marius for him to tap in the equaliser. Mansfield came away with 67% possession, 1.27 XG compared to 0.67 XG for the away side. But Sutton defended well, and Mansfield just didn't really create the treasure trove of chances we're used to seeing them create. And yeah, both teams come away with a point each in League Two.
Well, I think that ends it for our roundup. We will be live tomorrow again, I think, with a much longer show. I think we're going to end it, these few days with we'll go all out, maybe a 20-minute show because this one's been a bit shorter. We'll make up for today. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you then.